she's going to serve in this 5th and final game.
There's no doubt Zhang has changed her level. She has gone up a couple of gears since the start.
Changed the tactic too, I think.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So what are you thinking, Ali?
I'm not sure, Johnny.
Could go either way. Both players, fantastic backhands. Really strong.
Do you have a prediction?
Will the support help? Maybe just edge Sweden over the line? I don't know.
No.
Hard to call.
Forehand from Zhang
Dian. Wonderful play. Again, that's the tactic, I think. Wide out Alquist's forehand.
She just seems to have a little more to her game. Zhang. She can play with topspin as well as flat.
Great service from Anna-Karin Alquist. Again, varied it. This time it was a fast topspin serve. She looks as focused as ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Zhang Dian went for the push shot there to change the spins. And she goes for the towel. You can take the towel every 6 points in table tennis.
Alquist plays backhands from the middle of the table though, doesn't she? She hardly ever takes on a forehand. Do you think they're long or short pimples she plays with?
I think she might have short on the backhand and long on the forehand. What do you think?
I'm not sure, that's why I asked you.
Just the way that she's playing her strokes, it looks to me like it's a longer pimple on the forehand side. She's able to accelerate on the backhand, which makes me think it's a shorter pimple.
Yeah, she doesn't open up with much topspin, so there's not a lot of variation to her play.
And 3 points in a row as the players get to 5 points in the deciding game. A time to change ends. And Zhang has just won 3 points in a row now. A couple of errors from Alquist.
I'm going to stick my neck out and say China.
4, 5.
I'll go Sweden now. We'll keep it even.
Okay.
Oh, she served off. Dear, dear, dear. Not a good time to do that at any point in a match, but at 4-5 down in a deciding game. And I think, yeah, the Swedish coach, I think, has called timeout. Referee just holding up the card there. And the other umpire will bring on the 1 minute counter. So the Swedish coach will want to be giving some advice, trying to remind Anna-Karin of how she played in the first 2 games of this match.
How's it going in the other game?
So it's the Republic of Korea who are leading 1-0, and in the second match the Serbian player took the first game 11-4 but trails 8-4 in the second, so it's pretty evenly balanced for the bronze, and it's pretty close for the gold as the players come back after that minute timeout. Fantastic wheels on the wheelchairs of the Chinese players, fantastic. So here we go. Service with Zhang.
6-4.
That was good timing by Zhang as well. She takes the ball nice and early, uses her wrist, digs the ball deep. Table tennis is all about timing. Trying to take the ball as early as possible, peak of the bounce.
Just a dispute there, I think, about whether it was a let serve or not, which it has been given. Anna Karine needs to break the run here. Is that 5 points in a row for Zhang? Sailed 4-2. She now leads 8-4.
Use the smooth rubber there. That little bit of top spin on. It was such a convincing start by Sweden.
Yeah, you can just see the rubber there. Look, I think that's a short pimple on the black side. She's going to need everything now. Anna Karine Alquist here with the serve. 4-8. Into the forehand there. Gets the long pimple shot back from the Swede, does Zhang Bian, and then she accelerates through on the backhand side. Tactically very good the last 3 games, the Chinese player.
As always.
10-4.
What a comeback. What a way
Yeah.
to win this match, Ali. 2-0 down and come back on an 11-8 in game 3, an 11-4 in game 4, and now she has 6 match points.
She went for that one as well.
So she's got a bit of a cushion. She can afford to take some risks. Anna Karine saves the first match point. She's got 5 more to save. And another.
I think a little bit of nerves are coming into play now.
Both teams, of course, have used their timeouts.
Yeah, it's so hard to get that last point. Oh, she served off.
11-6.
She has. She served off, and that gives the final point, and therefore then the match to Zhang Biyan, world number 2 in the class 5, and China in this gold medal match take a 1 match to 0 lead. High fives all round there from the bench. Disappointed Anna Karine Alquist. She'll be disappointed to have given up a 2-0 lead in that opening match. Next match on, we'll see Gu Gay playing against Ingela Lundbäck. There's confirmation on the screen. 2-0 to the Swede and 3 11s in a row for Zhang Biyan. And in the bronze medal match, Republic of Korea still leading 1-0 overall in the match, and in the second singles, 1 game all. But the third game going in favour of the Korean player, leading 8-2. Each player putting all their effort in to try to secure medals for their country. So confirmation on the screen, 3-2 there for Zhang Biyan, and next up Gu Gay and Ingela Lundbäck. You can see from the draw there that Ingela will actually play against Zhang Biyan as well. Chinese coach just taking a phone call there, look. Maybe last advice from outside the arena, who knows? And here comes Gu Gay.
services here. I'm sorry. You are happy with the same? Okay. Service, Sweden. 2 minutes.
So close matches all round here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Tight matches for the medals. So on table 1, China, Sweden. China securing the first match there. And on table 3, it's the Republic of Korea who lead 1-0. And in this second singles, 2-1 as the players come back to the tables. Let's make some noise for all these players!
Okay, here we are, second game, and for China we have to the table Gu Gei. Gu Gei is 23 years of age. She's a class 5 and she has a world ranking of 1. She won the silver medal here in the individuals. And for Sweden, we have Lundback, who's 37 years of age. She's also a class 5 wheelchair. And she has a world ranking of 4, so this promises to be a very close encounter. China just winning this first end, 1-0. Of course, this is the best of 5. So all to play for in this second game.
Time, please. Stop. Thank you. First game. Sweden to serve. Lovell. One love. Love 2.
So good start for Ingela Lundback, 2-0. Strong with her serve. And she'll want to secure this second match. She'll not want to be going 2-0 behind in the overall match. Gu Gei, she's a great player, imparts lots of spin. Look at that service, wonderful. Long backhand, fast topspin serve. Caught Ingela Lundback out a little bit. She's popped the receive. And Gu Gei, quick to move in for the smash. And as we watch this, we'll see the tactics come to light.
3-2.
Always good to see, Ali, when a player loses a close match, that they stay on the bench to support their teammates there, as we just saw a shot of Anna Karin Almqvist. She's got her tracksuit on, she's still on the bench, she's going to support. It's a team game, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Some players sometimes struggle to deal with a loss, like the last match, leading 2-0 and then losing 3-2, and take themselves out of the arena to clear their heads. But Anna Karin Almqvist, very professional, knows how important it is to support her teammate here. As she plays a great angle. Wonderful shot. Clear winner to level the scores at 4-all. Player will blow on their hand there just to sort of cool the hand down. Sometimes the hands can be sweaty in the heat and hands can slip on the handles of the rackets. So just saw Ingela Lundback just blowing into her hand, and there you can see the smooth rubber there of Gu Gei, the red surface is a smooth one,
6-5.
and the black is the pimpled rubber. So all these players playing with similar equipment, Ali.
Yeah. Lundbach is a very experienced player. She's European champion 5 times in singles. So she knows her way around the
5-7.
table. She must be relishing this opportunity to play against China.
5-8.
Just rushing things slightly now, 5-8.
Switch to the forehand serve there, Angela Lundbach, just to change the tactic, maybe try to change the momentum, but Gu Gay was equal to that change. Solid in her receive, and leads 9-5 in this opening game. And she generates so much spin on that service. That one went right into the, what we call the crossover point of Angela Lundbach, which is right in the middle where it's difficult to play either a forehand or the backhand. But the spin also caused problems for the Swede, and now 5 game points here for Gu Gay.
Oh,
Another.
Great service.
China.
That time the variation being in the placement. The previous one had gone into the crossover point. That one right into the backhand corner. Difficult to retrieve.
Yep, they do seem to have the edge on the serves. They seem a little bit more adventurous than the Swedes. Taking more risk with the serve. They certainly have much faster racket speed, creating more spin. Their placement's better. So anyway, that's the first game to China. Korea taking a 2-0 lead in the other semi-final.
And again, a little bit of a topsy-turvy match. I'm just looking at the scores, Ali. It was the Serbian player who won the first game 11-4, and the Republic of Korea player came back and won the next 3. So again, some players out here showing real psychological strength to go behind in a match, but to come back. Always great to see. Never give up. You might lose the first game, you might lose the second, but
China
it's not
to
over
serve.
until it's
No.
over.
Our Great Britain girls seem to specialise in that way of playing.
Absolutely. Not good for the nerves as we get underway here in game 2.
1-0.
And again, first point continues to mirror the format of the first game. Gu Gay in fine form here. Watch the serve, watch the bend on the ball. It zips across the table into the body of
1-0.
Lundbach. Lundbach did well there. Good receive. Again, changes to the forehand serve this time. Oh, just too long.
1-2.
Maybe just rushing it a little bit. Knows that Gu Gay's playing well, maybe trying a little bit to take the game to her. Again, nails painted in the Swedish flag.
Gu Gay, she's very clever though.
3-1.
She builds her points. Serving with chop, heavy backspin, and then opening up with a top spin. It's all calculated. Trying to build her way through.
4-1.
What a fantastic backhand.
Yeah.
Down the line, more difficult to execute than cross court.
Yeah.
You've got shorter area of the table to hit at, and technically, in terms of your body movement, it's a little bit more difficult to execute, but Gu Gay is in fine form here, Ali. It's one-way traffic.
Yeah, she has a plan. Serving side spin, top spin. She knew exactly where she was going to place her first ball, and that was at the body
1-6.
of her Swedish opponent. Everything is planned. There's a reason for every shot she does.
And Gela just looks a little bit frustrated there.
Yeah, well, she's being outplayed, I'm afraid.
7-1.
I agree. Gu Gay there, just over the table, dominating. A good performance by the player from China.
Again, side spin, top spin. Oh, well played.
7-2.
Wonderful hands this Swedish girl has. Just soaked up the top spin there, creating angles herself. Counter blocking, counter top spinning back. That takes great skill when you're sat in a wheelchair.
3-7.
Fast one there on the angle, but she's got enough points lead.
Yeah, Lundberg's hanging in there, isn't she? She is staging a bit of a comeback though.
She is, Ali, she
Yeah.
is.
Could
Interesting.
Sweden come back this time?
Yeah, interesting how that ball remains short. Maybe that's the tactic for Ingela Lundberg, is to try to play more
4-8.
push and backspin rallies against
8-4.
Gugay,
Yeah.
because at the moment she's just far too strong in the open rallies.
Yeah. Whoa, class.
9-4.
That's fantastic, fantastic.
Clip that backhand down
Beautiful.
the
We
line.
just see it again, look.
All
Boom.
timing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Over
Great.
the table, yeah.
Yeah, great use of the wrist there. Another
4-10.
well placed to the body backspin side spin serve. These Chinese girls are well drilled. They know how to build the points. They know how to win.
5-10.
Oh,
10-6.
an unusual error there, Ali, on the backhand side of Gugay. We've seen those zipping round the table throughout this match so far. Maybe slight lapse in concentration. She'll want to focus back in again. It's her turn to serve.
Game
And there it is.
11-6. China.
Composes herself on her first serve. She looks happy, Ali. What do
She
you
does.
think? What do you think the coaches will be saying now? If you're the Chinese coach, you've got to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Swedish girl needs to do more with the ball. Definitely, she needs to try and engineer her points and not just try and retrieve what the Chinese are throwing at her, because they're too clinical. They're too well drilled. They serve well. Their first ball's very effective. They can play with topspin. They can play with flat balls. They can place the ball perfectly. You know, so when you're up against that sort of class, you have to try and take risks, I think.
She's got to take risks now,
Yeah.
hasn't she? Trailing 2-0. You've got to take a few risks, maybe change the tactics. Dominating on the backhand side for sure, and her forehand isn't too shabby either, Gugay.
No, it's very impressive.
Although a couple of points there, if Ingela Lundberg could play maybe a little bit more backspin serves, a little bit more pushing maybe around the net, that might help her out.
Well, she
I'll
has
see.
a good feel for the ball, definitely. With her left hand, she can create angles, but she's going to have to take some risks.
Let's see what risks she takes as the players come back now
Third
for
game.
the third game.
Sweden to serve. Love all.
And it's Ingela Lundberg to serve.
Love one.
Oh, wonderful.
2-love.
She just leant across there, took the ball so early. What an angle. It's looking China the whole way here, Johnny.
Yep. Another good start. Just
2-1.
kept the top of the net, that one though.
If you were Lundberg, what would you be thinking? What could she possibly
Well, I
do
just think
to
if she plays a little bit more backspin, a little bit less open. There's a backspin push. Oh,
1-3.
maybe a little bit high that one. Gugay was able to accelerate through it. I think a little bit shorter round the net.
Yeah.
Keep her maybe coming in a little bit over the table. Because at the moment, these long open rallies, she looks reasonably comfortable. Gugay.
Sweden can't afford to let China lead 2-0 though. They really do need this singles.
5-2.
Shrug of the shoulders there from Ingela Lundbäck. Seems to suggest she's trying everything, but nothing good enough today. Gugai on top form, leading 5-2 now in this third game. And a great service. Ooh. Couldn't convert the third ball winner though. Lundbäck is just hanging in here, Ali.
Gugai is the #1 in the world though, in class 5, and she's showing her class.
– 7-3.
So that's a 4-point lead for Gugai. Already 2-0 up.
Clever play there from Gugai. She's playing down the forehand now of Ingela Lundbäck, so she's changed it slightly. That one's cross court. Oh, ho, ho. What a forehand that was. It was like a rocket. Moved across, wide out her forehand, leant into the shot, and she's now running away with this one, Ali.
4-9.
Oh, great
good
shot.
angle.
Excellent angle.
Yeah.
You're right. Spot on. Very rare angle we've seen from Ingela Lundbäck. She hasn't been given the chance by Gugai really to bring her own game into this match. Oh, that's fantastic.
10-5.
It's all about, she's so clinical, her service is so strong, she can change the spin, change the direction. Her first ball's so difficult. There's not a lot the Swede can do really. Whoa, drilled that down the middle, so that's...
China.
Superb performance by Gugai. World class.
11-5.
Strong in all departments there. Serve, receive, backhand, forehand. That was fantastic display there from Gugai. A good effort by Ingela Lundbäck, but she was just outclassed there. And that gives China, Ali, a 2-0 lead, and they need one more match to secure the gold medal.
Yes, another gold. Got 11 at the moment.
So 11 out of the 29 goals available. I think I made a slight error earlier thinking it was more than 50%, but obviously it's not. So
and welcome to our viewers around the world here on PSTV Channel 2 for the final, the gold medal game in the 7-a-side football. And it's a repeat of Beijing 4 years ago. Russia against Ukraine.
With Russian Federation in goal number 16, Vlad Raretsky. 8 and captain Ivan Patekin. 9, Eduard Ramanov. 13, Lasha Berbenetsa. 15, Slava
And these two sides have dominated the 7-a-side competition at London 2012.
Substitutes number 12,
And Lasha Mervanadze, number 13, the Russian captain, is back in the starting lineup. He was on the bench for their win in the semi-final, as he was one booking away from a ban.
And now,
another beautiful
Ukraine.
Indian summer's day here
in goal number 1, Konstantin Semashko.
at London's Olympic
3,
Park.
Yevhen Zinoviev. 4,
As you can see from the flags, a brisk wind sweeping across the riverbank arena.
6,
Number
Ivan
6,
Shvalov.
Ivan Shvalov
7,
scored a
Ivan
dramatic
Yatsenko.
late winner in their
11,
semi-final
captain Volodymyr Antonov.
against Iran. Iran have already taken the bronze medal today, beating Brazil by 5 goals to 0. But one of these familiar rivals from Eastern Europe, Russia or Ukraine, will finish on top of the podium.
Our referee, Keith Stroud, assistant referees Ross Haswell and Tom Neild, and our fourth official, Scott Henry. It's the London 2012 gold medal final. It's Russian Federation.
And nervous moments for the coaches. They've been down this path before. And Ukraine, in their national colours of yellow and blue, get the final underway, playing from left to right, defending their gold medal, won in Beijing 4 years ago when they beat Russia 2-1 in the final. They were also on top of the podium in Athens 4 years previous to that, and silver medalists at Sydney 2000. They were forced to extra time by Russia 4 years ago, and this has the makings of another very tight and tense encounter. Russia with the first attack. We have 30 minutes each way. All of these players have cerebral palsy and are graded between C5 and C8, and the higher the number, the lower the level of physical impairment. And a team must have at least 2 C5 or C6 players on the field at any one time, and no more than 2 C8 players. And Ukraine don't build on that free kick. Pegulin does well to win the first corner off Shevchik. Pegulin with the opening corner. Doesn't beat the club at the near post, but gets a second bite at the cherry. And the goalkeeper there, uncertain, under the high ball. And Samashko happy to pour that ball behind for a corner in the end, under pressure from Pagayev. Although the goal kick was given eventually, although the initial decision was a corner. And the captain, Murvanadze, looking to find Romanov. And Ukraine clear. But it's a scrappy, nervous start to this game. And that low ball driven in by Romanov, cleared well at the near post. And this pitch here, rather smaller than one you would find in a regulation football match. 55 metres long. And throw-ins are allowed to be taken with one hand. And there are also no offsides in this form of football. Murvanadze starting again today. And that's a powerful run. And in the end, I think Russia will be disappointed. Potemkin didn't go for goal. He was unselfish. He seemed to have a clear sight of goal there. But elected to try and find his teammate Pagayev, who was maybe surprised and couldn't make the most of the opportunity. But Russia have settled quickest here. Kuligin back towards Murvanadze again, and this time Smashko elects to punch, and it's the Ukrainian captain Antonio. A good ball to find Donetsko, but Antonio hadn't continued his run, and it's a relatively easy take for Koretsky. Russia building quickly, but running out of room. On the far side was Larionov. And both these teams made almost serene progress through to the knockout rounds. The Ukraine beating USA 9-0, and then the host nation Great Britain 7-1 in the prelims, before drawing 1-1 with Brazil, who we already know will finish fourth in the competition. Russia coming forward again. Ramonov, and the foul given. Kugilin a bit too keen there to stop Dutko. And Ukraine overcoming Iran 2-1 with a late, long-range, dramatic winner from Ivan Shkvalo in their semi-final. As for Russia, 2 8-0 victories against Argentina and the Netherlands to kick off. They then beat Iran 3-1 and overcame Brazil by the same score in the semi-finals, although their coach Baramadze wasn't too impressed with their overall performance in the Final Four. But here they are yet again in the final. Larionov, and now Murvanadze. Kuligin. And Murvanadze again, just trying to pull the strings at the heart of the Russian midfield. Larionov. And it's composed, patient possession here from the Russians. And Ukraine happy to sit deep in the early stages. Nice turn from Kugilin, and he'll win the corner. Zinoviev with the challenge. Nice shirts. Kuligin with the corner. Deeper this time. It's hooked towards goal, and not for the first time. The goalkeeper uses the fist, Semashko, and gets away with it. But Russia making good use of the high ball in the opening stages here. Murvanadze. Ramonov. And again, makes the turn. Can he find the finish? No, that's a solid block. Shkvalo. And this time, it's an easier take for Semashko, but great defending there from Ukraine. That was the relatively simple take, but before that, the shot from Ramonov, and there were 3 Ukrainians waiting to make the block. Dusenko. It was the right idea there from Shkvalo to try and cross the near post and flick the ball towards goal, but the Russians were equal to it. And that pass asked an awful lot of Pagayev. And Zinoviev allows the ball to dribble behind, and Sergei Ovcharenko on the right there, the coach of Ukraine. The back-to-back gold medalists. Russia's last success came when the Ukraine was second in Sydney 2000, and they've never failed to make the podium, and they are the reigning world champions. On that occasion, Ukraine were only third behind Russia and Iran, so the usual suspects involved here in London 2012. The cream always tends to rise to the top in major tournaments, and that's been the case here in the seven-a-side football. Dudko. So this is the final match here at the Riverbank Arena. It was used for field hockey during the Olympics at London 2012, and was adapted for both the five-a-side and the seven-a-side football. And it's a temporary venue, and its materials will be taken and used elsewhere following these games. The whole Olympic Park will be closed for around a year while alterations are made, and a decision will finally be taken on who will become the main tenant for the Olympic Stadium itself. And this will be the final gold medal won at the Paralympic Park. And Pagayev just checking there's no lasting damage there. So Noviev making the challenge. And it's still very cagey here. Two teams who know each other so well. And that's a decent effort towards the near post, but Shimashko not forced into action this time. Kuligin. And Shimashko quickly gets the Ukrainians moving. Dasenko. Russia defending very strongly in the opening stages. And now the captain, Antoniuk. And it's the Ukraine's turn to be very patient here. And Shevchik unable to keep the ball in play. So all eyes at the Paralympic Games now on this game. The final event to be decided before the park will be transformed for the closing ceremony later on this evening. You'll be able to watch that on Paralympic.org and other channels around the world joining us for this coverage. And you can look ahead to what may happen here and the closing ceremony on Facebook.com/Paralympic Games or on Twitter @Paralympic. A Coldplay concert, one of the main features. Shevchik looking for support in the middle. He'll try and take the corner. Boretsky will take the goal kick for Russia. Approaching the midpoint of the first half. And neither side has really had a clear sight of goal so far. Semashko, the Ukrainian goalkeeper, has had to fist a couple of efforts away. Taras Dudko. Dotsenko. And that's a nice turn. Pagayev. Corner. And Zinoviev has been very busy so far. One of several players in the Ukrainian side to play for Dnipro. A famous name in able-bodied European football. Play in both the Europa League, and they've also had spells in the Champions League as well. Koligin. Now this time Semashko, undecided, helped out by Dotsenko. And the idea was right there from Romanov, but the execution slightly awry. Dotsenko again. And the wind is becoming an issue here. The temperature at kickoff time, 28 degrees Celsius, over 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which for England in September is very unseasonably warm. Koligin try and win the corner at least off Zinoviev, and that's what he does. And there's a Ukrainian down as well. Zinoviev, who made that challenge. He may receive some treatment here. Both teams are allowed 3 changes throughout the match. Keith Stroud, the referee from Great Britain, is sending Zinoviev off the field for some treatment. You've got to be very, very careful with any sort of injury. Russia get a second bite at the cherry again. Oh, and it's into the side netting. Potenkin with the initial shot, and then Pagayev will be disappointed there from such close range. No offside in 7-a-side football, and that's why you often find players lurking right in front of the goalkeeper. Dudko's clearance. Another Ukrainian goes tumbling. Koligin. Romanov. Mervanadze. Koligin again, that's a smart turn. And he's taken out by Shevchik. And I think that's a final warning from Keith Stroud. Koligin going for goal. It's an excellent save from Semashko. Clever idea there from the Russian. And Semashko equal to it. Many anticipating the cross. He went for goal. And Semashko there, using the fists to very good effect again. Semashko deals with the corner. Mervanadze. Galigin from open play this time. Tries to thread the ball through, but too far ahead of Larionov. But Russia, the better side so far. Dotsenko. Russia looking to win their 36th gold medal overall here at London 2012. And that will cement their place second in the medal table, behind China, and 2 ahead in terms of gold medals of Great Britain. Zinoviev. Can't believe he's been pulled up for a foul. Ramanov. Well, Ramanov had got away there. And Zinoviev, it was all or nothing. Galigin. And they're trying to drift that ball in. They clearly believe Semashko is susceptible to a high ball. But this time, there was no Russian close enough to him to really make a nuisance of themselves. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Mervanadze. And Russia had a more straightforward path through to the final, beating Brazil 3-1. Ukraine taken all the way by Iran, who will already be watching this game, having pocketed the bronze medal. Ramanov miscontrols. Shevchik. He was the meat in a Russian sandwich there. Ramanov and Kugilin. Dodged between the two and was then taken out by the number 18. Shevchik. Doesn't beat the first man. He scored from over 30 yards to win the semi-final against Iran. That's a nice turn. Not too far away from Potemkin. Semashko may believe he had it covered. It was dragged slightly in the end. That's defended well by Mervanadze. And the yellow card is brandished for the first time by Keith Stroud. I think Mervanadze won't require any treatment. And Dotsenko can't have too many complaints. It's a warm day for a roll neck sweater. Galigin. Semashko does well under the high ball. Shevchik, nicely done. The captain with the shot, which is deflected. Shevchik again will allow the ball to spin behind for the corner. But the Ukrainian support in the background appreciated that. Antoniuk with the eventual shot. And Shevchik will take the corner. It blows out of the quadrant. And not for the first time, he doesn't beat the first man. Cavallo. Tricky stuff, halted by Larionov. Antoniuk. Shvalov in the general direction of Dotsenko, but gathered well by Boretsky. Kuligin. Kuligin. Good ball from Romanov and brave goalkeeping from Semashko. Apagayev bearing down on him there very quickly. Antoniuk. Three minutes to play in the first half. Antoniuk again. Dotsenko, and the challenge is beginning to fly in now. And it's Cavallo who was flattened there, and Larionov is the latest yellow card. And he can't have too many complaints about that. The crowd occupying themselves with a Mexican wave as Ukraine look to put some pressure on the Russian goal, and the reigning champions have been second best so far. Shvalov. It's a good ball in, and the flick on from Dotsenko, not travelling Boretsky. Bagayev. Kuligin. Movanadze. Good effort, corner. And Ukraine have had to do the bulk of the defending so far. Dotsenko here will be disappointed. He Rather flounced his fringe towards the ball when there was a clear sight of goal. Kuligin. More decisive header away now. Heading towards injury time as Mervanadze tries his luck from distance. And the Russian coach, Paramidze, may be disappointed. His team have not taken the lead so far.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes additional time.
And we tick into the 2 minutes of added time now. Ramanov. Larionov's first touch was a bit heavy, and it's hacked away by Dudko. And neither side will want to concede so close to half-time. Foul throw there. You're allowed to take them with one hand, but not with 1 foot off the ground. Zinoviev gets the game going again, but he may get the second chance now as Patekhin heads the ball away. And this has the look of a game which could go deep into the second half, with the outcome still unknown. Kuligin. Mervanadze. That's a good clearance to avoid the corner. Hack clear by Shevchik. Dudko clears downfield, and we're into added time at the end of injury time. Romanov. And that's it. An inconclusive first half on the whole.
Half-time at the Riverbank Arena in the gold medal final. At the break, it's Russian Federation 0, Ukraine 0.
The one chance really, the best opportunity. Kagulin's shot, superbly kept out by Smashko,
So half-time
the Iranian
in
goalkeeper.
seven-a-side football is 15 minutes long. If you wish to pop out and get
And
some
we have a
food or
15-minute
drink,
break
you are
before the
welcome.
second
By all
half
means,
to decide
stay
who will
here
win the gold
and
medal
we will
here
keep you
at London
entertained
2012.
and hopefully
Half-time, it's
informed.
goalless between Russia and Ukraine.
If you are leaving this half-time, please be safe as you do so. Hold on to the handrail as you go down the stairs. And please use both sides of the staircase, listening out to any instructions from our stewards, because they are there to keep you all safe. Please keep your belongings with you at all times and don't stand on the seats, as this can be very unsafe. Please keep the exits clear. Don't stand or sit on the gangways. Please keep moving as you leave the stadium. Now, one thing to bear in mind, this is the final sport of London 2012 and the last medals to be awarded. Later tonight will be the closing ceremony for the London 2012 Paralympic Games. And following the medal ceremony this evening, we would ask all spectators please to make their way as quickly as possible back across the Olympic Park to the Stratford entrance. This is due to the parade of Paralympians through the Olympic Park to the Olympic Stadium, ready for the closing ceremony. There will of the stewards. Some incredible images there from what has been probably the greatest Paralympic Games the world has ever seen. Not only has the Paralympic Games been made by our incredible athletes, but also it's worth taking a moment this final half-time to say thank you to our wonderful volunteers and games makers who have made the Paralympic Games and the Olympics so very, very, very special. Frankly, without them, there wouldn't be a London 2012, so thank you to each and every one of you. Marcus, thank you to you as well, our football expert, who's been analysing the games for us, and that was perhaps a tense, nervy start between two sides who know their gold medal is on the line.
Indeed, it was a bit stalemate, tactical back in Russia. The Russian Federation tried to stamp their authority on the game. It seemed quite content just to try and keep them on the boat, but their front man was getting a little bit isolated up there. They might have to mix it up a little bit and attack more in numbers to try and thwart that Russian Federation side, who are ever so slightly chipping away at that Ukraine defence. So hopefully we'll see some goals in the second half.
They are. I mean, looking at the stats, all the attacks from Russia, I think we counted 15 attempts on goal compared to 2 for the Ukraine, but Russia were playing with a really advance.
Indeed, there's quite a bit of a window in the back, as I'm sure you're all aware. But it's a couple of times the Russian Federation, they nearly got in, and the Ukrainian defence looked quite strong. However, on the break, as I say, they pose a threat. So Russian Federation will just be wary of that and not try to commit too many forward. So who knows in the second half, we hope for goals.
Everything to play for. No goals at the break. We must have a gold medal winner. Can
Arena, we have got a little treat for you. We've got our world famous bongo cam coming up, and this is the last, not only the last bongo cam of the Riverbank Arena, but of the whole of the London 2012 Paralympic Games. So, you know what to do. When your face comes on the screen, you play the bongos. Can we get the graphic up so I can have a little demonstration? Mr. Cameraman, find me some victims. Who have we got for the bongo cam? There he is. A little bit to the right, pal. Oh, he's getting a bit of help there. Everybody's wanted the bongo cam. This is the last one of the Paralympic Games of London 2012. Who have we got? Ah, yes. A future bongo cam player, I think. A little bit of help there from the family. Marvellous stuff. Who else, ladies and gentlemen? That's it, madam. You're on. A frantic bongo playing there. Fantastic behaviour. That's what we like to see. Come on, people. This is the last one. There's do your hair. There you go. She was prepared. Lovely stuff. That was mellow bongo playing, I think. Yes, that's it. You know the score. You've done this before. Who else? Who have we got now? Oh, there you go. As cool as a cucumber. Easy, too easy. Too easy. Right, who else have we got now? There's a few of them there. There she is. With the Union jacket. Everybody wanted to go. The bongos will break. Into the crowd again. That's it. Nice and easy. No bother. It's a Sunday afternoon. Who else have we got now? There he is in the cab. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. An experienced bongo player. Fantastic effort. Great stuff, Riverbank Arena. Give everybody a round of applause. Super bongo cam playing. Not long out to the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the last sporting action of London 2012, and we have got a huge second half. Playing for a gold medal, would you welcome back to the Riverbank Arena, Russian Federation and Ukraine!
So one final medal to be won here at London 2012. The English capital's extraordinary summer of sport about to come to an end. And we still don't know if Russia or Ukraine will take the final medal for both the Olympics and Paralympics. 0-0 at half-time. Half an hour to play with extra time and maybe penalties if necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a gold medal on the line, let's hear your support for Russian Federation
So the second half underway. Russia had the best chance in the opening half an hour. The shot beaten out superbly. Semashko with the save. Kuligin with the effort, driven from range. And it's the sort of tightly contested game which could yet be decided by the single goal. Ramanov. Looks to win the corner, but the goal kick has been awarded. Larinov, one of two players yellow carded in the first half. That's a nice one too, and that's a corner. Fine sliding challenge from Shkvarlo. And the corner's played short this time. And the plan move didn't quite go to plan. Ramanov. And that ball's overhit. And both teams still have their 3 changes they can make from the bench. It's one well in the air again. Botsenko unable to play it forward successfully towards Shkvarlo, heading towards goal. He does well to win the corner off Larinov. Russian teenage goalkeeper just marshalling his defence. Goretsky. Zinoviev, and that's overhit. A decent ball whipped in under pressure in the end from Potemkin, gathered by Semashko. And the goalkeeper for Russia comes right outside his area to prevent the corner. And it's been a rather scrappy start to the second half. Kuligin. And now Ramanov. Murvanadze will try and bring some order to Russian proceedings. Ramanov again. Potemkin in the area. Oh, the pass was overhit, or Ramanov would have had a clear sight of goal there. Pagayev. Larionov. And had the pass been better there for Pagayev, that should have been the first Russian goal. An injection of pace into the game from Dutsenko. Use of the arm there. It appeared to be from Potemkin, but on the blind side of Keith Stroud, the referee. Dotsenko. And two Ukrainians almost combined, and as a result it's Ramonov, and it's a good ball inside, and that's excellent goalkeeping from Semashko to deny Pagayev. Great anticipation there from the Ukrainian number 1, Pagayev, looking to skip the ball past him, and he used the full extremity of his penalty area to make the save. All Russia at the moment, but Pagayev unable to gather this time. And this final gold medal is going to take some winning. Mervanadze. The Ukrainians almost get themselves in a tangle. Larionov. Romanov. That's a good ball. Mervanadze onto his right foot, deflection, and it's a corner. And he was slipping as he hit that, so he may not have troubled Semashko without the deflection. The Russians go short again, but the final ball from Kaligin not good enough. And Sergei Ovcharenko maybe slightly concerned here at the way his team have started the second half. Dubko clears downfield. Nicely done by Antoniuk. But Ramonov was even better to keep the ball in play. And the Ukrainians finding it difficult to lead their own half at the moment. Kaligin. Mervanadze. Good play again, but Romanov was waiting on his heels. Greater anticipation there would have given the Russians another decent chance. And as the shadows begin to creep across the riverbank arena, Ukraine try and build with Dotsenko. Fine challenge though from Potekin. And now Larionov. And the shot's deflected. Larionov again trying to manufacture the opportunity himself on the edge of the area. But Ukraine scramble away again. Antoniuk. That's a good shot. Not too far away from Shevchik. It's a rare attempt on goal from the Ukrainians. 10 minutes played in the second half. That's their first real sight of goal since half-time. Oh, and the goalkeeper there, rather rushed. Paralympic, he could have allowed that ball to bounce inside the box. Antoniuk, all very tight there on the far side. Shevchik. Arvanadze, the best player on the field so far. Ovcharenko will know it. Antoniuk. Oh, it's deflected! And goodness me, the Russians there would have had hearts in mouths. Paralympic beaten by the deflection. It was Arvanadze, and that was inches wide. Corner comes to nothing in the end. And the Ukrainians happy to play their way clear from deep inside their own half. Well, they were. Both teams will believe they should have scored in the second half so far. Ramonov, that's a nice flick on. Is this the moment for Russia? It is! Eduard Ramonov. And that could be the gold medal moment. Route one in the end, but he gathered well and kept his cool superbly. That's a great finish. And the Ukrainians picked apart right down the heart of their formation. His fifth goal at London 2012. And it could be the most important one of his international career so far. Can the double gold medalist respond? Antoniuk. Duko. And should Russia win, it would cement their place behind China, second in the overall medals table, 2 gold medals ahead of Great Britain. But more importantly for these players, it would be their first gold medal since Sydney 12 years ago. And they make their first change. Zarbek Pagayev, replaced by Ashambek Sapayev. Another teenager coming onto the pitch for the Russians. 15 minutes to play, plus injury time. Larionov, here's the goal scorer again, and that's well defended. And can the Ukrainians respond here? They scored a late winner against Iran in the semi-finals. Now they may need something similar just to save themselves here. And they'll be disappointed, Ukraine, at the way that ball went right down the middle. And Ramonov was given a clear run on goal, and he finished superbly. And the clock is ticking now for the Olympic champions. Larionov pulls it back, and that could have been the moment to seal it. Koligin. And Baramidze was off the bench there. That should have been 2-0. And Ukraine again finding it very difficult to find meaningful possession inside the Russian half. Potekin. And now is the time to slow the game down. Koligin, good ball. Larionov. Just run out of room. And already we're heading down towards the final 10 minutes here. And no immediate sign of a Ukrainian response. And this Russian team, packed with youngsters, is on the verge of winning the final gold medal of both the Olympics and Paralympics here at London 2012. Koligin! He's had a few chances today. Shevchik. And at the moment, the Russians are just beginning to drop deeper. Dotsenko. Good effort, good save. may have taken a deflection. Loretsky. It did take a deflection, and Loretsky there did superbly well. And Murvanadze rather taking the ball away from his goalkeeper there, but it will start to get nervy. And maybe that was Ukraine's chance. And there's going to be a red card here. A yellow card rather for Dudko. And there's nothing going on offensively for the Ukrainians at the moment. And that's frustration for Shkvalo. Confirmation of Dudko's yellow card. And there could be another one here. Shkvalo. A second Russian goal now would surely seal it. Guligin. Ramanov. Larionov took it superbly, and it's scraped away in the shadow of the line there. Semashko helped out by his defenders. A lovely take by Larionov, and it was the captain, Antoniuk, who got there just in time with two Russians lurking. And Devlish coming into the game for the Ukrainians, as they have to chase it. Murvanadze. Ramanov. Shevchik was stronger there. Oh, and he goes down looking for the free kick, Dotsenko. And Keith Stroud not convinced. And the clock is ticking for the Ukrainians. Antoniuk. Shevchik. Good save again from Varetsky. Dudko with the effort this time. Here he is again. Devlish! And the Russian goalkeeper has excelled in the last couple of moments. Here's the shot wide from Devlish, but before then, there was an excellent save. And Ukraine's grip on the Paralympic title is beginning to loosen here. Guligin. Sapayev. Taken out there by Zinoviev. Russia at the moment have Ukraine where they want them. Romanov, Shevchik with a strong challenge. Antoniuk. And Ramanov defending from the front. Dudko. Oh, there was the chance for Dotsenko. Made the run but couldn't gather. Anywhere will do for Russia now. Dotsenko. Shirt tug there from Mervanadze. Three minutes to play. And there will be plenty of injury time as well. Yellow card for the man who has really marshalled the Russians superbly so far, but the job has not been finished. Into the side netting. Dotsenko looking to use his height. I don't think he got a touch. No, trying to glance again, but Antoniuk's effort passing harmlessly wide. Potemkin with the clearance. Dotsenko, but nobody made the run for him. Looks of disappointment on the Ukrainian bench at the moment. Kuligin. Potemkin. Kuligin again. The run to the near post, but the ball deflects behind. Sapayev there looking to create the distraction. Dudko puts the ball behind. And now it's a time to pace around nervously for Baramidze. Kuligin. Ramanov. He's given the ball away. And there's still time for Ukraine. But Mervanadze. Ramanov again. Good defending. Under pressure. Shevchik again. The Ukrainians have 4 minutes. Larionov finds the crowd. Smashko. Can the Ukrainians summon up one final effort? Devlish unable to go past the man who at the moment has won the gold medal for Russia. Devlish. Donetsko! Oh, despair on the Ukrainian bench as the wind picks up again. Potemkin with the clearance. The first minute of added time has almost ticked away. Mervanadze, superb again. And he has the presence of mind to find a teammate. Larionov. And with 3 Ukrainians around him, he is the player who was penalised. And there's been very little support around Donetsko throughout the day for Ukraine. Hit and hope now for a team whose 8-year reign as a Paralympic champions is about to come to an end, thanks to that man. Devlish. Dudko. They have to get the ball in the box soon, Ukraine. Dodsenko unable to do that. Shevchik. That's good play. Did that ball go behind? It did. Before Shevchik crossed. He's disappointed, but I think he knows. And Potemkin will take his time here. 30 seconds of added time to play. And Russia are so close now to winning the final medal at London 2012. Sapayev. Just doing his job to hold the ball up. Has to go long now from Ukraine. And does from Zinaev. But Donetsko's beaten to it. Ramonov. Mervanadze in support. And that's it. Russia are the new Paralympic champions. And the final medal of London 2012 goes to those delirious Russians. Ukraine's 8-year reign as Paralympic champions has come to an end. And the man at the heart of the celebrations, Eduard Ramonov, despair for the Ukrainians. But Baramidze's men have prevailed by the narrowest of margins. And those Russian flags still flying here. The sunshine may have gone after another wonderful day here at the Olympic Park. But very soon the arena will be lit up again by happy, smiling Russian faces. The first gold medal of London 2012 came in the shooting in the Olympics way back, it seems a long time ago now, at the end of July. And now here on the 9th of September, Russia will be the final team to step on to the top of the podium at London 2012. And venues like the Aquatic Centre, you can see there in the top right of your picture, will be used again for other events in the future. But this is the last time we will see the Olympic Park in its current form. As people stream away from this arena, heading towards the main stadium, the closing ceremony starting in a few hours' time, but not before Russia, Ukraine and Iran receive their medals.
Ladies and gentlemen, our teams are getting ready for the medal presentation here at the Riverbank Arena. It's only a passing shower. You may have forgotten we do get these in Great Britain from time to time. Although we have had the most glorious weather for the Paralympic Games here at London 2012. Our athletes are preparing for the medal ceremony, which will take place in a couple of moments' time here at the Riverbank Arena. I told you it was merely a passing shower. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal presentation at the Riverbank Arena will take place very shortly indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's football 7-a-side competition. Please welcome your medalists.
And there are the new gold medalists. The Russian Federation, victorious here today. Just making sure everybody knows the name, everybody knows the crest. And the bronze medal winners from earlier on, from the Persian Gulf, Iran. I'm sure that was a FIFA victory.
The medals will be presented by Mr. Tom Langan, Chairman of the Football 7-a-side Cerebral Palsy International Sports and Recreation Association. Mr. Alan Dixon, Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee. And Mr. Koos Engelbrecht, President of the Cerebral Palsy International Sports and Recreation Association. You are accompanied by Mr. Bob Fisher, member of the Paralympic Order. And Mr. Ralph Hickson, Director, Panasonic UK. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalists representing the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Another bronze medal for the Iranians, won in some style here today. A 5-0 victory over Brazil.
Mehran Nekri. Hashem Rastagari. Sadegh Hassani. Farzad Mehri.
Farzad Mehri, 2 goals in the playoff.
Jasem Bakshi.
Bakshi also on the score sheet.
Ehsan Gholam Hossein Poor.
And he was also superb defensively.
Haydari. Bahman Ansari. Rasul Atasha Fruz. Muslim Akbari. Karimizada. And Muslim Kaza Ipir Sarabi.
And now it's said with flowers. Bronze again for Iran.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalists representing Ukraine.
So after two back-to-back gold medals, they revert to the silver medal they won in Sydney 12 years ago. Samashko, the goalkeeper, who played so well in the final but had no answer to the goal from Romanov, and clearly the disappointment still very raw for the Ukrainian players.
Yevhen Zinoviev. Taras Dutko. Anatoly Shevchik. Ivan Shkvalo.
Shkvalo unable to recreate the drama his goal produced in the semi-final.
Denis Ponomaryov. Alexei Hetun. Alexander Devlish.
His late appearance from the bench, unable to produce the equaliser.
Antoniuk. And Igor Kosenko.
At the moment, it appears silver, no consolation for the Ukrainians. They came here to win gold. But they can have few complaints at the final outcome, beaten by the better side today. There's the final bouquet. And I'm sure they'll be back in subsequent World Championships and Paralympic Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalists and Paralympic champions representing Russian Federation.
And here are the Golden Boys. The first gold medal won by China in shooting at London 2012 back in July. And here on an early Sunday evening in September, the final medal at London 2012 goes to these Russian Paralympians in the seven-a-side football. Ivan Potekin, the captain, and now the match winner.
Eduard Ramanov.
His goal 14 minutes into the second half, proving decisive.
Andrei Kuvayev. Alexander Lekov. Lasha Mervanatsa. Slava Larionov. Vlad Raletsky. Zarbek Pagayev. And Alexander Kuliki.
And now,
Ladies
the moment
and gentlemen,
when the Russian
as
flag
is
will be
customary,
hoisted
will
above
those
Olympic
who are
Park
able
for the
please
final time.
stand for the national anthem of Russian Federation.
So the final anthem, the final gold medal at London 2012 goes to Russia.
Ladies and
Let's look back on some of the other action here on the final day of the Paralympic Games. And it's the men's table tennis final. Commentary from Amy Bainbridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your outstanding support at the Riverbank Arena. One more time, please put your hands together for your Paralympic medalists. And let's hear it for the London 2012 gold medalists. And
Welcome to Paralympic Sport TV. We're joining the men's team table tennis match, the gold medal match. A quick update on where we're picking up from. Poland leading China 2-1. Ma Lin has lost to Patrick Chanowski 3-2. Sebastian Porozniak was defeated by Gu Yang 3-1. Patrick Chanowski defeated Yang 3-love. And now, this match you see in front of you is Ma Lin and Sebastian Porozniak. This match played at Excel on day 10 of competition at London 2012. And we're just in a warm-up stage. So Sebastian Porozniak and Porozniak's teammate Patrick Chanowski was the gold medalist in the singles draw, and the silver medalist is on China's team. That is Gu Yang, his teammate. Ma Lin playing now. Oh, so the first point away to Porozniak. And if you're not familiar with table tennis rules, well, it's the best of 5 games, the first player to 11, and you must win by 2 points. All the normal rules of table tennis apply.
1-2.
This match being played at a furious tempo. Now, this is the final singles rubber, and then after this we have a doubles match, which will be very, very interesting indeed. So China is down at the moment. Poland 2 matches to China's 1. So Ma Lin needing a win here. to force it to a fifth match. A miss hit there from Porozniak. Porozniak's just 19 years of age, and Marlin is 22, so enormous potential here for both of these players, and fantastic experience for them both already playing at this level. And Marlin was part of the gold medal team 4 years ago in Beijing, and he won a silver medal in the singles in Beijing as well. So the Chinese players have been so dominant in this sport, particularly at the last Paralympics as well. Lovely shot there, cross court. I thought he was going to be helped a little with that net a point prior, but couldn't quite get the smash on the table. So as you see, your reflexes just have to be so good in this sport, and skill. Oh, they hit this ball so hard. Always amazes me the control they have, considering the amount of space they've got to hit the ball into. Marlin stamps his foot as he serves. 7-8. Porozniak in the lead at this early stage. Does stamp his foot quite a bit. He does, Marlin. So Marlin hits it long, just pushing it off the edge of the table. So scores tied up at 9-all. It's the first to 11, but you must win by 2 points. Oh. So an error there from Marlin. Just very keen to finish the point off, and as a result, the forehand was wide and it was long. At the corner of the table. Oh. Well, there you have it. Porozniak takes the first to the 19-year-old from Poland. Porozniak began playing able-bodied table tennis when he was 7 years old. When he was 14, he was introduced to table tennis for athletes with a disability, and he's been playing both ever since. He was born, when he was born, his hands weren't fully developed. Meanwhile, Marlin took up table tennis at the age of 7. He also likes to play the piano. Made his international debut when he was very young in 2003, playing for China against Japan in an exhibition match in Shanghai. See the amount of spin these players are able to get on the ball, it's extraordinary. So Marlin serves in this second game. So Porozniak is off to a very good start here.
Love 2.
So Prosniak just coming at that ball a little too hard. And the foot stamping from Marlene continues. It would be a little bit distracting. You just have to block it out. So some bad errors creeping into Prosniak's game. I'm not sure if it's a lapse of concentration or just a keenness to hit the perfect return, sitting it into the net. So this time pushes it long, so he's just got to find his range. He's up a game in this match against Marlene. See the official scorer there. So difficult to return a serve like that. And Prosniak just overhitting it there. And again. So tried then a different tempo of the serve. Slightly softer in its power, but perhaps trying a little more spin. And the backhand goes out of bounds, so this is game point for Marlene. Well, that was a ripping forehand, cross-court forehand from Marlene. And an impressive display in this gold medal match as he heads over to his team and speaks to his teammates. So the other Chinese players you can see sitting down there are Ge Yang, Lian Hao and Lu Xiaolei.
Third game, Poland to serve, level. Love 1.
Oh, it was a lovely shot there by Prosniak, forcing the error. This is Paralympic Sport TV. You're watching the men's gold medal match for the team competition of the table tennis. China versus Poland, and you've joined our broadcast with China trailing by 1 match to Poland, so 2-1. And if Marlene can level here, it will be 2 apiece, and that will set up a tantalising doubles encounter to finish this gold medal match off in the men's team event. Classification 9 to 10. Amy Bainbridge with you on Paralympic Sport TV. This match being played at Excel multi-purpose venue that's hosted so many great events, including the London 2012 Paralympic Games. We've also had the sitting volleyball as well, and the powerlifting. Plenty happening. It's a little bit further south of the main Olympic Park in East London, and quite close to the North Greenwich Arena where all the basketball has been played as well. So a lovely shot there, again forcing the error. So Prosniak breathing, focusing. So it just hits the net and then bounces off the table. Cheering for one of the matches happening on the other courts. Prosniak pushes it long, slaps at the barrier in a little bit of frustration. Great crowd at Excel Arena, very vocal. So Prosniak gets lucky that time. He just did a little gesture to Marlene. Similar to when you see tennis players in a similar circumstance. It could have gone either way, but it just flipped the corner of the table. So the point awarded to Prosniak. Oh, so Marlene working Prosniak around the court and went to the open side of the table on that occasion with success. So that brings up game point for Marlene. A miss hit, so comes off the side of Prosniak's bat, and that gives Marlene a lead of 2-1. Prosniak got off to a good start, but it's been relatively straightforward for Marlene since then. 11-3, 11-5 the scoreline in the 2 games that he's won. And it was 11-9 when Prosniak defeated Marlene in that first game. So here we are into the 4th game, Marlene to serve. Oh, big smash across the court, but So Porozniak just having a few problems here. It's overhitting.
4-1.
Or into the net. You can tell he's getting frustrated, and it's a dangerous spiral to go down once you start getting frustrated with yourself.
2-4.
Pushing long on the service return, Porozniak. So Marlene quite literally running away with this. Porozniak just not getting himself into a position where he's really looking like much of a threat to Marlene. Seems not to be a match for the firepower of the Chinese player. So again, pushing it long. So a rare mistake there from Marlene. That does give Porozniak a small glimmer of hope. Can he salvage this match against Marlene? Oh, it's a very nice backhand across the court. Oh, excellent. So that brings up match point for Marlene. So that closes out the match, the singles match between Marlene and Sebastian Porozniak. So now we'll go to the doubles combination. So Marlene, the player you've just seen on court, will team up with Ge Yang. So that'll be the Chinese contingent. And Porozniak will team up with the singles gold medalist Patrick Chanowski. So this is going to be a great one. Doubles will be the decider in this team event. That was an incredible shot by Marlene. With an angle at the corner of the table. A lively crowd at Excel Arena on day 10 of Paralympic competition for London 2012. And it's been an absolutely glorious weekend of weather. Top of 27 degrees on Saturday. And the evenings have been just beautiful. With a charming sunset across London. So the official paperwork getting underway before we can start this doubles match. Marlene belongs to the Yuannan China Club of table tennis. And meanwhile, Ge Yang, well, he plays, I can tell you a little bit about him. He plays left-handed. His coach is Li Shuisheng. He also began at the age of 7. Ge Yang is 26 years of age. And he says his parents are his biggest influence. And he also says that medals are meaningless for him. He needs to prove that disability, people who are disabled, can perform as well as ordinary able-bodied people. So that's Ge Yang. And some information from his biography. And the 22-year-old Chanowski says his most memorable moment has been qualifying for the London 2012 Games. He was nominated for the Polish Disabled Athlete of the Year in 2011. And when Chanowski was 7, he was knocked over by a car while he was on his bike, and he severely damaged his right ankle. So Chanowski, just 22 years of age. He's a teacher when he's not playing table tennis. And Chanowski's coach is Elzbieta Medenska. So this will be very, very interesting indeed. We have the Chinese players Ge Yang and Ma Lin facing off against Patrick Chanowski and Sebastian Porozniak, and this match is to decide the gold medal in the men's 9 to 10 classification of table tennis at London 2012. So it's come down right to the last match. The best of 5 matches in total. So at the moment they're locked at 2 apiece. Chanowski defeated Ma Lin. Ge Yang defeated Porozniak. Chanowski defeated Ge Yang. And Ma Lin just defeated Porozniak. So get your head around all that. And now, here we have all 4 of them facing off against each other in the doubles to decide who is going to take home the gold medal. So we'll just have a warm-up period here. As 2 of the players have been, of course, sitting on the bench and watching how the last singles match took place. So Spain has won the bronze medal match 3-1 over Ukraine. in this same category. In that last match, Marlene really could do no wrong. And there were, unfortunately, a lot of errors from Porozniak. Quick wipe of the table, and the match will get underway. Poland off to a good start, and pretty excited about it as well. So it was nice serving to set up that point by Marlene. So just putting too much power into that ball, and Poland needing to settle here. Obviously they can see the gold medal, but they can't touch it yet. They need to win this match. And it's a matter of staying calm and focused at this point and letting your skills do the work. So China off to a very good start in this doubles match. Gee, they're good to watch. Both teams work together particularly well in the doubles in a team situation. It's really great to see. Oh, it was a lovely piece of play there from the Polish team. So China going for placement over power in that particular point. Hitting it long, so it's close, the first game of this fifth and final match. China 6, Poland 5 in this first game. Outsmarting Ge Yang, he just swung and missed that ball, hitting it right in the middle of those two players. So 6-all, first game, fifth match. You see there, I think it was Marlene who just really slowed up the tempo in that shot, inviting Poland to take a smash, and they did, and then they misjudged it. I wonder whether they'll try that again in this point. So into the net from Ge Yang. So error there from Janowski, the singles champion at London 2012. Ge Yang, the silver medalist in the singles. Oh, it's difficult to return shots like that. The Chinese players just coming over the ball on the forehand. Look at that. Oh, such pace. Relentless in their firing. So Porozniak sort of took a stab at that, trying to get a bit of backspin on the ball. Goes into the net. Well, they had the luck of the net that time. Just dropped over. China 10, Poland 8. Oh, lovely save. What a fantastic forehand from the Chinese players to bring up game points. So they take the first game in this fifth and final match of the team competition. And gee, it was metres away from the table and was calm, kept his cool, and saved the point and won it. There's the final point of that match. Sensational play. And Chanowski not happy in the slightest, lost his footing. Oh, lovely. And that'll give the Polish team some confidence after going down in the first game. Lovely shot placement. So hitting it long. We're tied up at 2-2 in the second game of the fifth match in the gold medal playoff. And the Polish team easily expressing their frustration. A very close second game. So the Chinese hit it out of bounds. And it's point for point. So Porozniak pushes it wide, and it's just so close in this second game. And Marlin just pausing to wipe his face. It's hot and intense work at Excel. Porozniak making the error there. So China have got the small break, 8-6. Into the net. And Janowski kicks at the ball in disgust at his own performance. Nice shot down between the two players. Poland to serve. Porozniak. What can they do? China on game point here. This to take a 2-love lead in this fifth match. Nice work there from Janowski. Nice rally there, and China hit it into the net, so Poland holding on here in the second game. And China must win by 2. So it was Porozniak who hit it long down the centre of the table, and China taking a 2-love lead in this fifth and final match to be played in the gold medal round of the men's team event, classification 9 to 10. So Spain won the bronze medal match with a 3-1 victory over Ukraine. So this is the third game, and China to serve. Ma Lin